Alright, so I'm having some issues. Today I'm having some issues. I've actually been having the issue for quite a while now. I just ain't been addressing it that much. But this little gal here has been bringing it to my attention even if I don't want it to. My last bass when I lost power was a male, and they were a breeding pair with this gal right here. I've raised her since she was 1 inch. She's only, I think, like 2 years old. Come here, babe. But anytime I've been coming up here, she's been stuck to the side, and I don't know if you could tell, but there's scrapes where she was in somebody's mouth all along her side. Well, she went down again, dang it. I want to show the camera. Come back up. There you go. Now you can see it. You can see the scrapes where she's been in somebody's mouth. You see it? And we all know who that somebody is. And that's a pretty bass. I mean, I love my bass. And I love my catfish too. But honestly, these things are freaking monsters. And I don't regret going through the experience. Trust me, I don't. I think everybody should experience it, or if they have a friend that owns one of these or tries to grow one out. A red-tailed cat is just, it's crazy. It's the biggest biological experiment I've ever done. Come here, baby. But she got so big to where, like, that's my hand. This is a 150-gallon Rubbermaid stock pond. And yeah, they does not stop their growth. Look at how swell their gut is. I mean, I've kept her fed. She's not starving by any means. She's always eating. I even made it to where there's less stuff in this tank. It's got a decent sized footprint, but she just started to hit that mark where the footprint doesn't matter. It does not matter. She's just so big to the point to where she just doesn't want any tank mates. Anything else she tries to kill. And they've been together since, probably about 3 years now. And she's already killed the other tank mate that was the other bass, so that should have been, red flag number one. But honestly, like, for both of these fish, they can't be with anybody else. That's why they're in here together, is because no matter what, if I was to put the bass in, say, one of my wide 90 gallons, like, it'd be cool, but the only problem I'd have with that is I'd have to lower the water, like, down to here. And then this is by my bathroom, so as I walk to the bathroom in the middle of the night, if the lights are off, if I go like this and she just happens to be right here, bass startle in the middle of the night and they try to jump. In the wild, they would jump, and go wherever. But in this tank, if that bass, who's, I'm pretty sure, a good little over a foot, probably about 1.5 feet. She's going to be wider than that side right there. So she's going to have a little difficulty turning around, but I'll be able to get away with putting her in here for a little bit. The only thing I'm worried about is even if I cover this up, she's still going to get startled by people coming in and out of the bathroom and whatnot. And these are a lot of fish I got to find a spot for too. There's a lot. These are all my community fish that are pretty old. And these two Severums are trying to breed. And that just throws more problems into the mix. But it's caused Polly the parrot to make these crazy ducats and these crazy designs around here. And why is he the one designing them? I don't know. You figured the Severums would do it, but no. It's like he's taking care of everybody in the tank. Right, Polly? Polly. 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 What are you doing? Beautiful true parrot, Cichlid. Very fun. But no, I'm gonna have to figure something out very soon. I do have one other option here, and you can just see, compared to my hand, how big she is. I mean, there's no stopping a beast this big. She's even trying to be nice to the bass during the daytime, but as soon as nighttime hits, and let's say I kill this light off, like, you will watch the bass cower to the light because he knows as soon as them lights are out, she has the advantage. He'll go straight to that light Because as soon as the lights are out, the bass knows that he has no defense against her. Even now, like, she starts moving around, she's going to try to pick on him. She's going to try to chase him. In which, you know, it's her tank, so I guess I should give her the space. These things need, like, tons of space. It don't matter what you put them in, they need 3 times that amount of space. But you can see right there, she's chasing the bass. She's fighting with it. The bass is trying to defend itself. You know, mainly the bass is the culprit too. It's okay, baby girl. But it's getting to the point to where, like, do I want to lose my fish? And this is what a lot of people don't understand. They'll wake up the next day, my peacock bass died. Why did it die? And most of the time, they need a nightlight or something. A lot of people don't tell you this. They startle very easily. Bass are just like that in general. I'm a fisherman, so I know. You know, I go fishing late night and I hear them jumping in the water late night when they get excited and when it's feeding time. You know, 1 o'clock hits, bass do the jump stuff, which is cool and all. But when you got a lid this close and it's glass, you can't have the bass jumping, so he really has nowhere to go. So I got a couple options here. I'm gonna share with you. Yes, I'm growing out another bass. That's my Azul. He's still got a while to go, don't you, buddy? Very good fish. Honestly, these guys get along quite well. They fight every day, but this is way better than a red tail fighting. He chameleoned on me. He kind of changed his skull color. What's up, tiger? I always like how it looks like a rock on, like that, right there. On his, you only really see it when he colors down. That paw print stays there, but it looks like a rock on. I love it. What's up, tiger? Come on out, buddy. No, these two bicker and fight like normal cichlids do, but a lot of people forget bass, those peacock bass are cichlids. So what he's doing is just defending his area. He got bigger as well. He wants an area to himself. Now there is a sponge filter in there that's a 300-gallon sponge filter. And if I remove that, it will free up some of the space, but then the bass won't have anything to run behind. There are a few rocks in here. But what I wanted to show with the camera, or share with everybody real quick in this video, I know I'm rambling and probably making you dizzy, but in this pond, this has got the fish from the pond out there that she was trying to kill. So eventually, slowly but surely, most of the fish from that pond out there made their way into this pond. What's up, mama? That's my other pike cichlid mama. She's so cool. And in here is just bad water conditions because there's not much carbon. I even throw carbon filters in there just to give it some carbon, but there's no hang on the back filtration. There's no pumping it out into a bucket and a drip system in here. And here, this is all natural filtration. And this was an experiment I ran that's just had a bunch of big fish shoved into it. But I mean, the catfish do fine. You can see that red-tailed or iridescent shark right there is doing great. He's just chilling. But the pike, you've seen in her head, she has pits from the water conditions going bad. It's like hole in the head. Now, my idea here, there she is hey, mama. Hey, mama. There you go. Now you can see mama. Mama. Yes, she goes by mama. Mama. You wouldn't bite me, would you? No, she's a good fish. She wouldn't bite. She's waiting for her food, though, and she's trying to tell me the water conditions are bad. This is what the smart fish will do. They know when the owner comes in, they can tell him it's bad. It's bad in here. There's also a large pleco in here, too, that was getting killed in the pond. But no, you can see the water conditions are pretty bad in here, and so should I even move that bass in here? But I'm wondering if maybe I do like another filter like what I have out there, because there is a power head on this tank circulating the water. Instead of worrying about circulating the water, maybe I'll just make another kind of like pond pump with lava rock. I got plenty of that. Where'd it go? Okay, so I got tons of lava rock I can break up. I can make another bucket filter. I don't know, should I? And then hurry up. This is a 75. The only thing I'm worried about this is this will give that bass footprint to go around in circles. But as far as being startled, honestly, then I'm going to have to find a different spot for that iridescent shark, because the bass doesn't like the iridescent shark for some reason. I don't know, because they're the similar size maybe. I can't put them in 55 gallons because as soon as it'll turn, it'll spill water all over the floor. Even if I keep it down, they're not big enough to make the turn. Unlike an Oscar where people overgrow them in a tank, this is not how it happened. I'm gonna have to downsize the tank on purpose. So like, I don't know, maybe even just like that 20-gallon wide down there will be all right for now, or even this. I don't know. I want to give the fish some space to move, but it might not be an option at this point. I might have to actually use the 90-gallon out there. I'm just worried about honestly breaking that 90-gallon, because if I put a fish that big like that peacock bass in the 90-gallon, it's like I'm just asking for that tank to break. You can't even hardly see those guys, but they're funny. And I'm definitely not interrupting these guys. Those guys are all, the ones in the 55 gallons have nothing to do with this because they couldn't compete anyways against all these mean fish. But I think what I might have to do, because this is the only tank with the wide enough, footprint for the bass to turn around, and it's more gallonage actually than that pond in the back room. Maybe the bass would be better out here, and it will give me a view to see the bass, how it's doing. And I wonder if the parrot would be okay. Probably not. You know what? I might actually move all these fish back there. Besides maybe the dinosaur fish. And maybe he can kick it. And maybe the angelfish. Because I'm worried about the angelfish. Psycho. He's very old. He's about 8 years old now. Yes, he beat up and he's mean in here, but same thing with the dinosaur fish. It gets beat up in here too, but I don't know, man. If anybody knows a better way to deal with this problem, let me know. If not, I'm just going to kind of wing it and try and catch that bass and put him up in here in this tank. I don't know. Let me know what you think.